As you know, I like to be transparent and share all the training that I do. So this is the training for Doi Suthep. And the last couple of weeks, I think the last 6 weeks or so, I've just been training 10 hours a week, not doing that much and not really focused on sleeping more. So that's what I'm going to change, is I'm going to get to bed by the latest 9 p.m. every night so that I can have proper sleep and recover so I can have better performance. I've been struggling with the Doi Suthep. I haven't really gotten it below 29 minutes since the race. So it's time to focus on that and get the aerobic endurance up. So here you can see the training for Doi Suthep, and I've got 3 build phases over 4 weeks. And then we have the recovery phase. And it's in the recovery phase that I plan to have the best wattage for the time trial up Doi Suthep. So with the building phase, I'm planning to do 15 hours a week, more or less on average. And build 1, that starts next week. We've got a recovery session just to get the legs going for the week. And then the next day, it's a Doi Calm TT and 3 sets to Tabatas. So with a Doi Calm TT, I still want to get a faster time of Doi Calm, so I want to keep that going. With this 3 sets to Tabatas, you know how it goes: 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off, times 8, and then you do, that's 1 set, and then you do that 3 times. So that's nothing new there. It just helps to keep the top end anaerobic really sharp. And endurance 210 watts, that's actually lower endurance. Last year I did it a little bit differently. I would do 3 hours with endurance at 240 watts. But I like to change my strategy and see what allows me to get the most out of my training. So here we've got 120 minutes, 2-hour ride. It's a group ride. I said to the people that I'm going to join, so I have to be a man of my word, go on the group ride. So yeah, that's on Friday. That's a Starbucks ride. So if you're in Chiang Mai, definitely join the Starbucks ride. I hear it's a lot of fun. So that's a good one there. And then after that, just 300 watts tempo. I think there's only going to be half an hour left after that anyway. So yeah, it's gonna make it a good solid ride there. On Saturday, we've got the Doi Suthep time trial, just 90 minutes, just 1 time trial effort up there. And on the Sunday again, just lower endurance, 240 watts. And basically, I repeat this and just increase the training load every week. So yeah, you can see same thing as last week on Tuesday. We've got the tempo at 300 watts, but this time it's going to be for 3 hours. So it's going to be a long session. And here you can see the tempo wattage is the average wattage, including the zero. So every time I stop at traffic lights, all that stuff, I still have to keep the average at 300 watts. So it's going to be challenging. It's going to be demanding. It's going to take a lot of glycogen, but it's going to increase my aerobic endurance significantly. It's going to have a massive effect on that. So here we can see endurance a little bit longer than the previous week, but actually it's a little bit shorter. It's just so I can sort of stick to 15 hours a week. I don't want to go over that. Of course, there's no need. I want to train as effectively as possible. And here you can see recovery. It's just the same sequence as the previous week. Doi Suthep time trial, endurance again. And then in the final week, the biggest difference is the tempo at 300 watts, but for 4 hours. So it's going to be an absolutely epic session, massive aerobic endurance there. And it's definitely going to test and challenge my limits like never before. I have done it, but the last time I did that was probably 5 years ago that I did such a hard session. So it's going to be incredibly demanding, but the rewards that I will reap from that will be incredible. So yeah, that's the 3 build weeks, and then the taper week, the recovery week for the peak wattage. It's just a lot of recovery rides and just all out sessions in between. So hopefully I will be able to get the maximum amount of power for the Doi Calm TT and the Doi Suthep TT in the final week. So it's basically just 3 weeks of hard training and then just 1 easy week where I go for max wattage. And this is my plan. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. But I intend to plan so that I can win.